Hello YouTube, it is Ian, and welcome back to the Homestuck Epilogues Part 2, and I'm joined by... Joined by...
What the fuck was that? Joined with...
We trying to figure out what the proper English was, but it,
Ian just had a fucking
English
seizure.
sucks, so...
Why would you do this?
I was questioning myself, Jay. Jesus Christ, fucking question... People.
Do you think I've ever questioned a single thing that I have ever said? I sure as hell haven't.
Well, of course you haven't. You're Jay.
What's that supposed to mean, you motherfucker?
That's for me to know and you to not know.
When do I ever get to know anything? Isn't that part of your fucking fun here?
That should be self-evident. You're Jay.
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
Anyways, we're back with Homestuck Epilogues, and the last one we read the prologue.
Yeah, we did the prologue, and now we're gonna choose
And for every single one of you who just didn't look at the thumbnail and didn't read the title at all and have no idea what we picked first,
we're doing meat. Let's go.
Drum roll, please.
We're doing meat, boys.
Meat, let's go. All right. So meat because it's the first option, and we've always been very linear.
As very linear YouTubers, we're gonna have to do meat.
God.
Boop.
Okay, so Candy, real quick, the Discord, like I think there was one or two people who wanted us to do meat first, but there was like an overwhelming majority of people who were talking about it and like all came to a consensus and were talking in spoiler chat and stuff. So I trust them, and amongst them is our moderators. And
I don't trust anybody.
I saw this one Twitter post. I think it was from V, who was like one of the editors or something for the Homestuck Epilogues. And they were saying it was posted on 4/20/2019 when the rest of the epilogues came out, because the prologue came out 4/13/2019, and then both epilogues released in full 1 week later in 4/20. So basically, they talked about how most people are probably going to read meat first because it's the option on the left, right? Mm-hmm. But like talked about how they think Candy would be more a better reading experience, or like a more satisfying experience, something like that, you know. And that was just their opinion, obviously. But I saw that randomly, and then plus my friend said that that she read meat first, and that it would be she wonders what it would be like to read Candy first, and that the Discord said that. Then I'm like, you know what, fuck it, let's just go Candy, because why not, right?
So we're doing
Candy. And then I searched epilogue read-throughs to be as trying to be as blind as possible, just looking to see what order people did things in, and there was an overwhelming majority of read-throughs that did meat first. So let's do Candy first.
I never knew why we were doing Candy first. I was just told to do Candy first, so I did it.
Well, yeah, because you don't contribute anything other than recording.
Well, to be fair, I don't know how to be fair. I've never done that in my life. I cheat too much for that. Not on my women, but just in general.
Mm-hmm. Everywhere else in your life.
Everywhere else in my life. I've never cheated in my whole life. Except for on tests.
Yep. Gotcha.
You can't really cheat.
Wait, didn't you say you cheat your objects like you treat your women?
I treat my objects like women.
Yeah, sure. But then why, if you don't cheat on women, why do you cheat on your objects? Jesus Christ.
When did I say I treated on my objects?
Like, not your tests and stuff.
Well, tests aren't objects. Tests are tests. Fucking idiot.
They're objects. Paper's an object.
No, it isn't.
You're an object.
Whoa, I just got objectified? I don't know how to feel about this. Holy shit, I just got objectified. This is how women must feel all the time. Holy shit.
I understand now.
Holy shit, I understand. I gotta do this more to women.
God.
I'm a horrible person.
One. Yeah. Your page, right? No. Yes, because I took the first page. You took the second, and I took the third. This is page 4, technically. Yeah. Gotcha.
I don't understand.
What do you don't understand?
Nothing. I don't understand anything, and I don't think I ever will.
I feel like that's like the tagline of Homestuck.
That's just a tagline of my brand. I don't understand anything, and I don't think I ever will.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Wilson, everybody.
Gotcha.
Dear God. All right,
Candy.
Candy Epilogue 1. Candy was definitely the right choice, John thinks, as he munches thoughtfully on strawberry and swirl mint. It cracks no splinters between his teeth. Incredibly tasty splinters. It cracks 2 splinters between his teeth. Incredibly tasty splinters, the consistency of which have absolutely no existential baggage to them. Not at all. The splinters dissolve quickly, leaving behind the impression that they were made of nothing at all, but for a cloying essence determined to linger behind. With some distance from his traumatic anime dreaming, the fatalistic mood that he's been walking around with all day seems somewhat melodramatic, embarrassing even. Who has time for nihilism when it's such a beautiful day?
Okay, wait a second. You're not supposed to chew hard candy. What the fuck, John?
I chew hard candy.
You don't chew hard candy. You suck on it. And maybe when it gets to be, like, very small, you'll chew it out of, like, impatience, you know? Mm-hmm. But, like...
I chew hard candy.
Definitely not right away. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, that's why I have such bad teeth. I mean, I have great teeth, just like everything else about me.
You know what? Maybe I'll stay after all.
Really?
Yeah, now that I've had some time to think about it, is Lord English really that big of a deal? I mean, I know Rose said it was a big deal. The canon would dissipate if I didn't go do it, whatever that means. Isn't it just as likely that I could mess up a whole bunch of stuff if I go back there? The idea of going back in time or back into canon or whatever? Yeah, so this is the option where John doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, and fighting this huge battle that serves some vague purpose I'm not even sure I understand. I'm not sure I even understand. It feels so heavy, and I'm not feeling I'm not feeling that heavy suddenly. I feel kind of the opposite, actually. I feel like maybe I just don't give a shit. I don't mean in the bad way. It's just, well, I'm already here living my life with my friends, and I think I just want to stay back on Earth, forget I ever heard of Lord English, and just relax. Is that selfish of me? I don't know. It just seems like a lot of responsibility for one person. So maybe instead of taking the fate of everyone's existence in my own hands, I should just stay here and try to enjoy life.
What's going to happen now?
Yeah, a little concerned.
Are they going to fade out? Is this going to be a doomed timeline now? No, since they're out of canon, they can't really be doomed, can they?
But that's a possibility. I do not believe we have confirmation either way on that. But this is supposed to be, like, there's supposed to be 2 halves, right? Yeah. So this is going to last the same length of time as Meat would. So what the fuck? What is going to happen if John's not going back? That's my question.
That's what we're all trying to figure out. That's the golden question, ladies and gentlemen. And boys and girls, all you beautiful, valid people out there. Even John has to admit, his rationale doesn't sound particularly satisfying. Now that he's reflecting on everything he just said, it really strikes him as a bunch of empty-headed babble. But then again, it's like he was saying, his head does feel lighter. Maybe he doesn't care if his reasoning sucks. Maybe he just doesn't care about any of the high stakes or existential gravity related to the conversation with Rose. Maybe he doesn't care much of anything, except the here and now, the company of his friends, and the pleasant breeze flowing through the park today. He's feeling quite insubstantial when he thinks about it, superficial and a bit sappy toward his friends. So what if we want to make an insubstantial, superficial, and sappy decision?
Okay, so I think I should take Calliope because you're narrating this page.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Are you absolutely sure about this, John?
He looks up at the trees, the sunlight glittering through the crisscrossing fronds. Has the sky always been that blue? A leaf spirals down lazily and lands on his forehead. He plucks it off and studies the veins running through it. At each fork in the veins, he supposes the leaf as a whole is making a certain kind of decision to go this way or that. It certainly seems like one way of looking at a leaf now that he bothers to really scrutinize it. It also seems to him with just a great sense of clarity that not one of this leaf's decisions ever mattered even the tiniest fucking bit to anybody. True! Not to the tree, not to the world, not even to the leaf itself. He flicks the delicate green metaphor away with a flourish of disdain and sudden conviction.
Oh my god. Okay, John is like actually, because John's like clearly been depressed if he doesn't want to do anything for his birthday, just because there's not much to do, you know?
Yeah.
And I think he wants to live his life with a newfound conviction now, you know? Which is super, super sweet.
Convicted of murder? What the fuck?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, actually, I don't think I've ever been so sure of anything in my life.
Roxy's stoic countenance, I guess that's how you say that, washes away abruptly and she lets out a happy squeal? No, that's kind of a sexist way to describe it. It's definitely a girly noise, though, and not what John was expecting. Without warning, she launched herself into his arm. Oh, my gee, John, that's amazing. I'm so stoked.
Oh, gee. That's amazing.
I hate everything. She buries her nose in the crook of his neck and starts crying. Huh? She's definitely sniffling a little, and his skin feels wet against hers. John makes incidental eye contact with Calliope when he raises his arms to wrap them around Roxy's back. He's startled for a moment, but Callie's just looking at him with that big, serene smile on her skull. So, okay, this isn't weird or anything. The super intimate physical interaction he's having with her maybe girlfriend right in front of her. It's just that Roxy's been so distant for years, and now John has no idea where the boundaries are drawn. He grins and hugs her back just as hard as she's hugging him. Maybe his friendships aren't as damaged as he's worried. Maybe it's like his friends were actually his family this whole time, and they just were waiting for him to pick up the phone or to come along and hug them. Roxy pulls back and claps excitedly. That's so pog. Dude, that's so great.
Clearly what's happening here is Roxy knows that if John did leave, John wouldn't come back. But she couldn't tell John that, because that would sway him.
If only I was able to know what was gonna happen whenever my dad left.
Because everyone wants John to make up his own mind. They don't want him to sway his decision at all, you know. Mm-hmm. And that's why they had to be so stoic and all that. But they know that if John leaves, he's not coming back. Oh. So that's why they're so happy that he's staying. This is so sad.
That is
Alexa, play Despacito.
Alexa, play Despacito. You son of a bitch. This is gonna be so effing awesome.
I can do that because I have a Google device, not an Alexa.
I don't have an Alexa.
Yes, I think that you've made an excellent choice, John. I can already feel the aura of equivocation that's been hanging over us all these years fading. Equivocation? Oh, sorry, what I mean is that I think we've all had a hard time moving on from what we experienced in our old universes. Now we finally can put that ugliness behind us. Oh, John, this is amazing. I have such big plans for you. Plans?
Stop asking so many questions, dummy. It's gonna be great.
It will be more than great. But first, there's one last thing you must do to help with your retcon powers. Someone that you need to help. Someone that only you can help. Oh?
Calliope leans in, and the angle of the sun makes it so that she dips into shadow. The sharp recesses of her skeletal face turn those shadows black. For a moment, her voice sounds the way wind does when it howls through a narrow chasm.
You must free the bard from his prison.
Did you hear her right? You can't imagine she could possibly mean...
Gamzee.
Son of a bitch!
The fuck? Okay, I actually didn't expect this to be addressed at all.
Wait, so Gamzee's gonna get let out from the refrigerator? I thought he was just gonna vibe in the fridge forever.
He's been in the fridge. We never figured out.
He's been vibing in the fridge for like a year at least.
Well, no, but retcon powers, right? He has to go back.
Wait, so he has to go all the way back? Where's the fridge right now?
Well, I mean, the last time they saw the fridge, I think it was on the planet that Lord Jack's head blew up. That Dirk, Dave, and Terezi were fighting Lord Jack and Spade Slick on. So does John have to zap in there, take the fridge, or take Gamzee out of the fridge and zap somewhere else?
Calliope puts her hands together and pulls back, smiling sweetly. Her voice is sugar sweet again.
Let poor Gamzee out of the fridge, John. The time has come. Poor Gamzee? He's surely learned his lesson by now. If we are to turn over a new page in the story, we should turn that page for everyone. Gamzee must begin seeking redemption immediately. He has suffered enough. Has he, though?
Oh, dear God.
Oh, my, yes, absolutely. Are you sure? Of course. Jesus Christ.
John glances at Roxy, seeking support. She smiles at him benignly, apparently having no opinion whatsoever on the topic. Sure, okay. He can't help but make a disgusted face at the thought of it, but he shrugs. Why the hell not? He's feeling lighter, remember? If it's time to let go of the long-held worries and hang-ups, then so too it may be time to let loose the long-suffering clown. If this is to be the age of redemption, then let it begin, he decides. Not with a bang, but a hack. Sorry,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god, so he's just zapping back.
John zaps back to the quietest point in the fridge's impressively storied timeline that he can pinpoint, which is on the land of Tombs and Krypton. T-minus about half an hour before his final battle against every dude they all had to fight to get the hell out of Dodge. As the name of the land would imply, the planet's surface is covered in tombs, each an ancient skyscraper, piercing the brilliant, gaseous thunderclouds above. But there's only one tomb he's come for, a simple household refrigerator, just like the one he grew up with. He pops into cannon at one end of a rooftop, up so high that the chemical storm coursing through the atmosphere sets his hair on edge. At the other end of the roof are Dirk and Dave, doing something he never thought he'd see. They're hugging.
The whack, dude, the weird ass
is-
fucking. This is so fucked.
Yeah, it's like
This is so
and then
fucked. Fuck. Fuck.
And then it just puts the fucking arm around it. Yeah, that was, oh my god. And then that was before that. Oh my god. So the fridge was there, but we actually didn't. Gamzee wasn't there. Because Gamzee left. I love it. Not just regular non-committal hugging. They're emphatically hugging the shit out of each other. Dave's face is buried in Dirk's side, and Dirk's got both arms around him in a way that looks like he's never actually hugged another human before.
Oh shit, that's probably true. Shit.
Yeah. Sensing that this is probably something he shouldn't be seeing, he dips towards Gamzee's would-be sarcophagus as carefully and quietly as he can, and places his hands just above the thick aluminum hull. The moment John's palms hit the fridge, Dirk turns to look at him. His head only moves an inch. Slowly, he lowers one eyebrow and returns to his poignant and deeply personal business with Dave, as if he hasn't observed anything worth acknowledging at all. Which John supposes is for the best? He isn't trying to mess up the timeline any more than he needs to. He's only here to steal a refrigerator that has recently been used to entomb a clown. He has enough on his plate with as idiotic heist as it is. Anyway, he decides to mind his own damn business and get this fridge back to his sea. He zaps himself and the fridge back to the same picnic grounds he departed from, while cleverly leaving the chains wrapping the fridge behind in low tack. So, I'm back. Everyone get ready for this fucking guy, I guess. Oh, God. With the same delicacy that he'd used to touch a toilet bowl in a public bathroom, he grabs the handle of the fridge and pulls. Gamzee pops out immediately, sweating, gasping for breath, and smelling like socks that have been worn continuously for 2 weeks straight. John rears back and pinches his nose shut. Calliope shoots John a sharp look, like a stern teacher would.
Honk! Honk! Honk!
Poor thing. It's all right now. You're all right. Take a moment to get your breath, Mr. Clown. You'll be just fine.
Hank! Please, Hank! 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 Wait!
Oh, dear.
Hank! Chokes.
What is it, sir? Tell us what pains you. Let it all out, friend. We are here for you.
I've been a bitch-ass naughty motherfucker. Sad.
So wait a second. So wait, does Gamzee not go to see Caliborn? Does that only happen in Meat? Maybe?
I don't know.
Does this Gamzee actually get redeemed? Because now he's talking in his old typing quirk.
I don't know.
Oh boy, Jay.
This is before he would have, right? Because this got moved before all that shit happened.
Yeah, but we never figured out how Gamzee got to Caliborn's place in the first place.
Well, I assume in Meat we'd figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
All right. Calliope nods knowingly and pats him on the back.
I up and done some motherfuckers raw. Those motherfuckers, most of all, who I called as my friends, put the straight up fucking harshness at them, and it wasn't motherfucking nice of me. Not one bit, honk. And now I'm all at an emotional place from sweating my hard time in the hunger trunk. Hard time in the hunger trunk. A fate to which I surely got my deserve on for. And it gave me all time to rethink my lot and get considering to what a right pile of the nastiest garbage I've been my whole motherfucking life.
Aww.
And I got my epiphany going in there. Like all motherfucking bathed in the righteousness epiphanies, yo. Pretty much balls out, immersed in the emotion. Breakthroughs, my good ninjas. My good ninjas. Dude, him saying my ninjas. That's so good. And I came to getting some of my realizations down right fucking locked. Locked tighter than I was like a bitch in that fridge. And those realizations being something all motherfucking thusly of sorts. I'm a bad, bad man. I'm here to fucking redeem my motherfucking self.
Calliope, eyes closed, continues with her sympathetic gestures. She pats him on the back, nods very slowly, issues an now and then. Only while he is distracted by his own sobs does she steal a glance at her phone, tipping the fact that she, too, wouldn't mind if this redemptive soliloquy will hurry itself along.
These redemptive motherfucking... These redemptive fucking Eureka thunderclaps all banging at my think pan, getting me to go all like, boo-hoo, I'm bad. What I'm saying about is the raw shit I did got some explanations to make you see the truth. Truth about my gnarliness had a motherfucking tent full of root causes you gotta indulge me at. Listen up, boys and hoes, cause here comes a bunch of noise that's morally fucking mitigating as shit. Honk.
Oh, Jesus.
Shh. This is so fun.
So Roxy wants to hear this shit.
I miss reading Gamzee, dude.
Oh my god.
Because now I have a better voice for Gamzee than I did back whenever we did it originally. Or at least it feels like it. Because I'm stealing the way that AA used to use his fucking voice.
Yeah.
God, this is so fun. I've been all, like, abused and stuff, homies. As a child, I got motherfucking neglected on by a stern old fatherly goat. I was a disappointment on him, and can't say I blame him for abandoning the shit out of his useless kid. Would have motherfucking done the same shit at me if I was a big cruel goat. So that explains, like, pretty sure most of my crimes in a way that makes a motherfucker want to take his forgiveness out for a fucking spin.
Gams is up here like, yeah, I got my motherfucking learn on. I'm a bad man, but I'm on my motherfucking better now, bro. These are the fucking explains why I did the fucking bad.
It's all because my dad left.
Motherfuckers that I did because my fucking.
Is Gamzee me?
Abandoning the shit.
Is this me? Is this how I sound?
Only sometimes, Jay.
Anytime I talk about my dad leaving, I have to do a Gamzee voice now.
You're like, this is why all this is because my dad.
There's other reasons to consider, like, shit, that makes this redemption arc fucking tight like an uncracked elixir. Like, how's my purple blood meant? I got the culture pressures put on me by a salty damn jester for life. What about that hand the Messiah's dealt me? My bitches, a motherfucker gonna envy that like a wicked cod rash. So how can I full and truly fucking get blamed on for when it comes to a little bit of subjugation I got culturally? Hornswoggled up to doing. Subjugulation. I got culturally hornswoggled up to doing. And also tragically goat abused, which needs to make you shed a tear for this motherfucker. Isn't you want to be as atrocious as me?
Because that's like subjugulation.
Lest you want to be as atrocious as me. And such is why I'm grabbing hold of my repentance as firm and serious as I would a horse titty. Shit, this is how I sound. My redemption.
You were talking in a doggone rap episode that's probably not going to come out for a little bit. How much you like saying the word titty.
Titty! It is a fun word. You do have to admit titty is a fun word.
Sure.
Anyhow, my redemption arc is truly the dankness. I mean, it hard, and I'm going insincere at it like one sad and sorry bad boy motherfucker. From this day frontward, I plan to get my pledge on to be a changed clown. Truly a new-ass motherfucker, thanks to my new friends.
Bravo.
Fuck yeah.
God.
Fuck my fucking voice. Holy shit, that's fun, but holy shit, it hurts.
While John's two friends are busy hugging it out with arguably the worst person he's ever met in his life, he tiptoes a few yards away from the group and slips his phone out of his pocket. There's only one person in the universe who could truly understand what John's going through right now. Aw. Hey, Terezi, you around?
What's Terezi's voice again? I don't remember.
Do you want to be John instead?
I don't care either way.
Because I think I am Terezi more often. I honestly don't care.
Okay.
I would probably like to not be John this entire story, so
Okay.
maybe it would be good to switch it up sometimes.
Hey, Terezi, you around?
What do you want?
You wouldn't believe what's happening just behind me right now.
I probably would.
No, you won't. Check it out.
John discreetly holds his phone over his shoulder and takes a snapshot of Gamzee sobbing in Calliope's arms. Roxy's beside them, nodding along solemnly. Holy shit!
I know, right?
He's crying like a little wiggler. Go over there and give him a kick in the cod piece for me.
I can't.
And John, I'm asking you to do a simple favor for an old and a dear friend. Do not be difficult.
I don't think that would go over well. Everybody's taking this all weirdly seriously. Apparently we're going to let him have a redemption arc. Yeah, it's, well, what is there to even say? It's literally the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard, but what can you do?
Shove him back in the fridge and throw it in the oceans, what?
Pretty much.
Why are you idiots even bothering with this fool again?
Don't ask me. This is a Calliope thing.
Oh, God.
Guess she wrote Roxy into it, so now I'm just going along with it, too. I don't even care, actually. I mean, he smells awful, but guess that's just what's happening now. The asshole clown is back. Life goes on.
It didn't need to, though. Not for him, at least.
Speaking of life, how's it going out there?
Oh, fine. Pretty boring. Flying around and stuff. You know how it is. The search continues.
Any sign of her yet?
Mm,
You've been gone, like, a really long time, you know.
I'm sure you see it that way. From my point of view, it's a little different. Anyway, no turning back now.
Yeah, I know. Everybody misses you, though. Probably even Gamzee.
Well, that settles it. I must never return. Sorry, Egbert.
I never should have told you about his shitty redemption arc. I blew it.
Aww. Oh. Yep. Anyway, gotta go. Next time I speak, you owe me a report of exactly one punch in the clown dick. Bye, dork. Oh, God. Smiling, he pockets his phone and heads back to the Gamzee pity party. Gamzee's sobbing so performatively that many Carapacian civilians have stopped to watch. By the looks on their faces, not a single one of them has ever been exposed to such clown grief. Pulled away from Calliope's embrace, he's now addressing the gathering crowd about the importance of genuine repentance. Oh my God. Gamzee's giving a speech.
Gamzee's just like, I've done some whack-ass shit in my day.
Motherfucking repentance.
You guys all need to motherfucking repent. I can just fucking hear it.
Calliope comes to stand with John, her hands folded behind her back and her expression peaceful. Thank you for this, John.
You're welcome?
Something feels different, but he can't put his finger on it. Okay. Also, so I'm noticing that the candy thing has a number by it. So that's pages, I'm guessing. Like, because, you know, they're different from book pages. Because
no, these are actually chapters. That, like, we're going to get to the 8th page, and then we're just done. Imagine.
Well, it said Epilogue 1, and now there's all these things. So I'm assuming we're not at Epilogue 2 yet, is the thing, right? It's like...
I don't know how this works is my issue.
Yeah, I don't know. How many chapters are in an epilogue? This is a good question.
That's the question we've all been asking ourselves. Yeah, something feels very different. Just like no one will ever know how to get to the center of how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
Exactly.
1, 2, 3.
God.
It's 3.
Is this a switch in perspective?
Yeah, something feels very different. Dirk's hands begin to shake so violently that he drops a screwdriver into the chassis of the battle bot he's working on. It clings around for a bit, landing somewhere that will doubtlessly be very inconvenient to retrieve. It doesn't matter. There's no more time for rap battles or politics or wacky hijinks of an adventurous nature. No time left for anything. Moisture beating at his temples, Dirk staggers away from his workbench and braces himself against the wall. His knees are weak, head spinning, palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, he's vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti! Sorry, Mom spaghetti's the best line of that song. Palms so sweaty that the concrete feels smooth under them. He nearly drops his phone while attempting to dramatically auto-dial Jane's number through the haze of his trembling pseudophoric stupor. I would like to, or pseudorific, anyhow. I'd like to say that anytime anyone says anything about palms being sweaty, no matter what they are quoting, lose yourself. I don't care how old it is. It could be like an old, like, 50s text, and I'll be like, lose yourself.
Of course, 100%, right?
Palms are sweaty.
This is... Okay, so Dirk just had a feeling and then stepped away and was like, holy shit, man.
I think he's just been working really hard.
Maybe.
And he's bracing against his knees are weak, head spinning. He's just like...
Yeah, but this was like a suddenly thing. We'll go ahead and read, Dirk.
Alright. Hey, Jane, bad news. Cancel everything.
Excuse me, what?
All plans. Cancel them. It's over.
What's over, Dirk?
Just told you. Everything. Because we're canceling it.
Dirk, are you quite okay?
Yeah, I'm cool.
You sound terrible. It's unlike you to call quits on a caper like this without offering a lengthy diatribe on it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, lengthy diatribes are over too. They're canceled.
Lengthy diatribes are over, party.
Jane gasped loudly without a hint of irony. They've been canceled. Oh no, Dirk got canceled because of this.
I don't understand.
Don't worry about it. Just do what I say. He hangs up on her and brings up his contacts so that he can text Jake and cancel all their televised fights for the foreseeable forever. He then blocks Jake's number because if it's not worth explaining to Jane, it's definitely not worth explaining to Jake. Then again, nothing is ever really worth explaining to Jake. Jake's number is barely even worth storing in his phone if Dirk is being perfectly honest.
What is happening?
Apparently, Dirk and Jake never made up.
No. Well, they looked somewhat happy in the credits, but...
Apparently, they never.
But Dirk.
Actually.
No, it seemed to me. This seems to me like Dirk just got like a kind of sudden feeling that nothing matters anymore. That's what it looks like to me.
I can't really.
Does he like somehow realize that they're in candy and not meat?
Maybe.
And Dirk's like, I've been preparing for something that's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, we're all dead. We're in the wrong timeline or something like that. So nothing matters anymore.
Through the workshop window, Dirk can see the sun touching the horizon. Ah, exquisite. He takes a moment to appreciate the sublime synthesis of the atmosphere and the existential crisis he is currently experiencing.
You see?
The sun is setting both physically and metaphorically right now. Not bad, he thinks, then corrects himself, because while there is always time to delight in the volatility of... Volatility, okay. Of causality, the whole situation actually and for real astonishingly bad.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
That was a short page. Oh,
I told you that this wouldn't be very long.
Okay, sure. I mean, all right.
The only reason that it took us so long on the first page was just like...
No, I gotcha.
During the prologue, I think...
But I'm 12 pages in the physical book.
Wonder what's gonna happen then.
Me too. All right. So Rose and Kanaya, this is exciting. Rose's eyes flutter open to the sound of a heart monitor and the sight of a featureless white ceiling. Fluorescent lights. Oh, a heart monitor.
Yeah.
She's not doing too well. Fluorescent lights. Diaphanous curtains. Everything crisp and clean. A hospital? Wait, this doesn't seem right, she thinks. When she closed her eyes, she was so dramatically lingering about her bedroom at home. She'd just taken a handful of pills and said goodbye to... It could be Rose.
John.
She shoots up in bed, tucking the IV taped under her elbow. Kanaya is sitting at her bedside, hemming a sundress. Jesus Christ, I can read. She thins her lips and gives Rose a half-lidded look. John, I see. Is there something I should know? This is the sort of joke that would have gone over better if it had not been made at this exact moment. With all the distance between them lately, Kanaya's jab lands like a rock plunging into the stagnant pond. Instinctively, Rose raises her hand to her forehead, but there's no pain there. Her head is the clearest it's been in months. Jesus Christ, why is it so hard for me to read right now?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, fucking idiot.
Jeez, I feel like Jay.
The fuck did you just say to me, bitch boy? I'm about to beat you like a redheaded stepchild, boy. This is the end for you, buddy boy.
Gotcha.
Any last words? I'm Dirty Dan.
Fantastic.
That's my last words.
Lovely.
Your last words being, I'm Dirty Dan. Holy fuck. Anyhow. Wait, I already asked what happened, right?
You did not.
Oh, what happened?
Kanaya throws her sewing project aside and sweeps in close, wrapping a cool palm around Rose's arm. Her voice quakes, but retains most of its porcelain decorum. I came home and found you passed out in front of the load gaper. Your skin was freezing, and you were barely breathing.
Oh.
The doctor said that your heart rate dropped below 30 beats per minute, which, as I understand, it is somewhat dire.
I see.
How are you feeling? Rose considers this for a very long time, eyes fixed on the window at the other end of the room. The night is dying behind the thin, pale curtain. She can barely see the moon.
So Rose's head is clear now.
Yeah.
Which is kind of terrifying.
I wonder if if it's clear because they're in candy, or if it's clear because he made a choice.
Maybe it's both.
Like, it would still be clear in meat or not, you know?
Yeah, I think That's what I want to know. I wonder if I don't even think it would spend time on these people.
We'd
if we
have
were in
these
Meat.
same questions if we read Meat first, though, right? Oh my god.
Well, to be fair, I don't think in Meat we'd be taking. I don't think we'd be taking so much time on people who outside of
That's
canon.
fair.
I think it would all be like stuff within canon and John trying to find people.
That's fair. That might be true.
Because like I said like last time, I mean, as the fucking genius I am, I was able to realize that like it's just him going through canon and trying to find like the new versions of each of them because all of them are stuck outside of canon and can't come back.
Yeah.
Which is kind of whack whenever you think about it. I don't know. Everything's whack.
I get you.
I feel.
She looks back to Kanaya, eyes wide and bright.
I feel fine.
It's been such a long time since she's felt anywhere in the same ballpark as fine that it's almost an out-of-body experience to say the word. She feels giddy. No headaches?
No headaches, no visions, nothing at all. Wait. Is John okay? Where is he? Did he leave?
Leave? Oh no, John's fine. He didn't go anywhere, except I suppose to leave his house for once. Multiple days in a row, even. Oh god. Rose shuts her eyes and takes a deep breath. For some reason, she's never felt so relieved in her life. She thinks about what she was about to send John off to do, and her feelings of grim urgency surrounding the matter. And yet, for the life of her, she can't bring herself to care about whatever it was she felt so direly important about his decision. All that matters to her now is that he's safe, in good health, and spending time with those he cares about. And apparently, due to a perfectly inexplicable turn of events, so is she. The door to the room creaks open, and in slips a smiling Carapacian in blue scrubs.
Aww.
Rose listens. Oh, I mean.
I love how the
scrubs.
doctors are now. Doctors are just smiling Carapacian. Like,
I hope
hey!
I hope that's Miss Paint.
Miss Paint's just like, hello.
Miss Paint's always cared about people, you know.
I love Miss Paint. Miss Paint's best character in Homestuck changed my mind.
Rose listens to Kanaya ask fretful questions about her condition. The nurse responds by tapping her clipboard in a musical rhythm. Aww. They just learned fucking Morse code to communicate with the Carapacians. Rose opens her eyes. She stares at the knob of her waist and frowns. She's not sure why the sensation should be concerning. It's not like her memory is slipping. Oh, it's slipping away. She remembers the conversation she had with John this morning quite clearly, as she does the previous years of declining health and troubled, oppressive thoughts about canon, dissipation, and other such abstractions. What's slipping away instead is the feeling of that any of it mattered at all. Was she insane to be so consumed by such lofty concerns, and is she only beginning to experience clarity today for the first time in ages? When the nurse leaves, Kanaya puts a hand over the waist that she is so preoccupied with. That she is so preoccupied with. Is something wrong?
It just seems like all this is happening so quickly, even abruptly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you prefer for your consciousness to continue to disintegrate?
Don't be ridiculous, Kanaya. What I would prefer is to be here with you. Really here with you. For the first time in a long time. Aww.
Kanaya tips her face away from the light to hide it in the curve of her shoulder. Rose reaches out and takes her wife's hands into her own. They're colder than she remembers.
Are you crying?
Since when have I been known to cry?
Quite often, actually, but usually because you're angry.
Well, I'm not angry.
It was hard on you, wasn't it? My illness, combined with all your duties to the mother grub, the pressures of the changing political situation, with all that on your mind. Oh my god, Karkat's been the weird-ass fucking president-type shit this entire time. I want to know what he's been doing. Dude, Karkat and Dave have probably just been vibing in a palace of theirs. That sounds so cool.
I'm excited to get to them whenever that happens. When is that going to happen?
With all that on your mind, it can't have been pleasant to have come home and take care of me as well. See now that it was all terribly unfair to you.
It was nobody's fault, Rose, so please don't take any undue responsibility into your shoulders.
Since when have I been known to do such a thing?
Kanaya's lips twitched into a smile, and she laughs, sadly. Her laughter forces the tears out. They drip down her perfectly made-up face in thick trails. I really did think I had lost you. It's not that I thought you would die, it was just that you felt so far away. What you were going through was something that I could not possibly understand, no matter how patient I was or how deeply I loved you. There was a feeling I couldn't shake that something terrible was going to happen to us. Something neither of us could stop. A powerful outside force that would take you away from me. And I couldn't stop myself from thinking that maybe that would be for the best.
Kanaya.
I can now see that this is completely ridiculous. Jay, is meat gonna make me cry?
I assume so.
No. This sucks.
Most things in this comic do tend to make you cry. It's just how it works.
That's fair. Kanaya laughs again, gaily this time, as if some terrible dark weight has been lifted from her shoulders. She lets out a thin, shaky breath afterward. It's like the noise fills the room back up with oxygen. Rose hadn't realized that she'd held her breath at all. The shadow hanging over Kanaya's thoughts was hanging over hers as well. But now that she said it out loud, the darkness dissipates without ever materializing into its true shape. Rose uses the hem of her hospital gown to wipe the tears off Kanaya's face.
It really is, honestly, Kanaya. I've never heard such a ridiculous thing in my life.
You were talking to me as if I'm a pupa again.
Pupa? Pupa, huh?
Like an infant grub, I suppose.
I'm sorry.
No, do not apologize. It's been a very long time since you've had the energy to use such a condescending tone of voice. And as you know, it's one of the things about you I find the most adorable.
I can imagine how adorable I've been drifting around the house like a sweaty, drugged-up ghost.
Well, you know how I feel about the careless imbibing of human intoxicants. You were still very adorable. Not to be trite, but there is nothing that could make you not beautiful to me.
Aww.
Ah! Screaming!
God, dude. What a relief, considering that we are both going to be young and magically fit literally forever.
Kanaya presses a snotty, uncharacteristically imperfect kiss to the back of Rose's hand, right beneath where she she wears her wedding ring. If you would have me forever.
Who else? There's no one who understands me like you, Kanaya. No one who looks at me the way you do. No one who brings me back down to earth with ceaseless, brutal honesty like you. I've no idea what I'd do without you.
You would probably do just fine.
Yes, but I'd be very unhappy.
Aw, they smile at each other. It's the first rays of the sunrise peeked through the blinds. Ah! Hey!
Yes!
Look who it is! Oh, Jade, do you want to be Dave and Carcat, or do you want me to be Dave, or because you're is technically a Page in quotes.
Who's?
I'll be Jade, but
how? Oh God!
Because it's also supposed to be your Page. I can also just take the Page, and Jade, or
you take the Page and Jade because I want them.
Okay, got you. Did you hear that John left his house multiple days in a row, even?
No fucking way! That's incredible! I've never heard of such a thing. Someone leaving their house? Stop the fucking presses!
Carcat.
It's a slow news day in the Consort Kingdom of something? Or something?
Consort Kingdom or something? Yeah. Jade finishes pruning a dead bulb off her arum lily plant and flicks it at Carcat's forehead. Then she politely pulls the blinds shut, because God forbid even a sliver of sunlight ever infect Dave and Carcat's hive. Aww. Jade doesn't live here technically, but there's domestic evidence of her all over the hive. Her plants, her base, her clothes slung over
the base thing! I missed that thing!
Yeah, so Jade just stays over at Carcat's and Dave's place all the time, but doesn't live there. I'm being serious, dump ass. I was really worried about him.
I'm being serious too. I was actually beginning to wonder if John had died, but what the fuck were we supposed to do about it? It's not like he answers the phone.
Well, if you care so much, then maybe don't respond with sarcasm when I tell you that he's getting better.
Guys, it's not a competition. We were all worried about John.
Were we? When's the last time either of you tried to hang out with him?
When's the last time either of us left the hive? Yeah, shut-ins living in a glass hive shouldn't throw a... Actually, if we lived in a glass hive, way too much light would come in for Carcat's brutal photosensitivity issue. So we'd probably cover all the walls with, like, lots of curtain and sheets of thick fabric. So I guess maybe we could throw stones, like kind of small ones that the fabric could easily absorb the momentum. Also, me and Carcat would probably be too lazy to throw the stones that hard anyway. So I think actually this scenario is pretty workable here. It provides for a certain threshold of allowable minimum hypocrisy.
Dave, this sucks.
No, it doesn't. I'm giving thoughtful and critical consideration to a cliche which is long past due. A glass house with wall-to-wall curtains creates what I'm going to theorize is an incredible, important, self-owning buffer. This is a huge breakthrough, and also it's fucking science. You, of all people, should appreciate the work being done here.
Oh my god, I never thought I'd be thinking of you as my weird nerd friend at the same time we were in our 20s.
Yeah, well, I never thought you'd be like the premier woo girl on the planet. What are you even doing here with us? Don't you usually spend your weekends at 48-hour interspecies raves or doing Arctic expeditions with Jake or whatever?
Those two things are not always mutually exclusive.
Ag!
Jade floats over to the couch, shooting her two besties a salacious smile. She taps Carcat on the nose as she passes by. I'm just enjoying my youth. You could be enjoying it too. She retrieves one of her bras from where it's hanging over the back of the couch. She starts changing it right there, doing that mystical sleight of hand girls seem to be born with the knowledge of, where the bra goes off and then on again without the shirt being removed. It's not that hard, actually. I've done that before.
What the fuck?
Jade doesn't exactly have the best understanding of interpersonal boundaries, having been raised mostly by a dog. But still, it's a weird, intimate, and uncomfortably close to sexual thing to be done in front of other people. Dave and Karkat share a vaguely mortified look. Jade sort of lives here, but she doesn't that sort of live here. But seriously, what do you two even do hold up in here together all the time? Karkat snorts, still pointedly not looking at her.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you not seen Dave's ill-begotten art empire? He's got his opposable digits stuck in so many double-stacked husk loaves that not even I don't know what all of his pen names.
Okay, so that's what Dave does. What do you do? Oh my god. He art empire.
Fuck.
He fucking became like a medieval artist, but with spot
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, exactly. And like he's got so many pen names. That's so good. The fact, dude, you know, like back at some point in history, like not that long ago, like whenever Stephen King first started writing, you couldn't be like working on a bunch of books at the same time, or there was something like that. And then he had a different pen name that he used to write under at the same time. Like I think it was like Richard Bachman.
Yeah, it's because if you're focusing on too many things, then the quality is not going to be great. You know, that was the stigma, at least.
And I guess that like the publishers wouldn't let Stephen King write so many things at the same time, so he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna be Richard Bachman now."
Yep.
I think that's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Jade puts her feet on the floor and pads over so she can sling her arms over the back of the couch and lay her cheek in the cushion. The look she gives Karkat is just shy of devious. Karkat defensively scuttles to the other end of the couch, where he ends up pressed flush against Dave's entire left side. Sit around and play video games all day?
Hey, that's not the only thing I do. I've done laundry. Once or twice. Also, what humans refer to as groceries. I do the groceries. It's not a fucking figure of speech, man. You don't do the groceries, you go out and buy them, and even then you don't actually do that. Like, fuck, I'm a
Dave puts both hands over Karkat's mouth and does a stage whisper over his shoulder.
He means that he uses the alchemizer in the basement sometimes. Whose side are you on? Oh, and he's in a bad mood. Hell, go yell at trolls on the internet. Not like trolls as in the troll species. I mean literal trolls who talk shit online. I don't know, a bunch of them would be actual trolls, I guess, but not strictly. Dave, don't fucking tell her about that.
Dave reaches around Karkat's face to give him a gentle poke in the cheek. He keeps his finger there longer than strictly necessary, smiling the noticeably restrained smile characteristic of Striders. The expression is so warm and blatant that it can't help but draw Jade's attention. She frowns and pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose, making some quick calculations in her head. They're so obvious, she thinks, and yet here they are, virginal losers who are performative about sitting exactly a foot apart whenever they're in public. It's so pathetic it makes her want to howl at the moon in sorrow. What she's planning isn't a seduction. It's a public service.
Why not, dude? I think it's cute. He's on all the major political sites, of course, but he spends most of his time going after people who leave abusive comments on my sweet bro and whole Jack posts. Like he's got a whole complex network of burner accounts and sock puppets on my homepage set up for every possible scenario. That's so good. Dude, that's so fucking good. I love that. That's so beautiful.
Jesus Christ.
It's incredible. He's driven at least 10 people off the site by creating thinly veiled parody accounts of their usernames. Stop talking about this. My exploits are heroic. Go absolutely fuck yourself. Karkat Shush. I'm so proud of you. Couldn't have done better myself. I mean, I definitely could have, but I have better things to do with my time. Thank you, Dave. That was heartwarming and not even a little bit embarrassing. Consider my honor undeniably defended.
Oh my god. Actually, Karkat, it's more like you're the one defending his honor. It's so cute. A knight white knighting for another knight. Dave, it's like Karkat's your adorable little house husband.
What the fuck is a husband?
Karkat, I guess Karkat's probably only heard the word wife from Kanaya, not husband.
Yeah, exactly, because no one gotten married here.
Yeah. Dave unpokes his finger from Karkat's cheek and tries to shimmy some space between them on the couch. But there's nowhere to go. Karkat is sandwiched between him and Jade, who is reaching out to put 2 fingers of her own at the corner of his chest. She bounces them there a few times, enjoying the way troll skin is just a bit thicker than human skin, taut like the membrane over a poorly maintained drum. A husband. She begins walking her fingers at the length of Karkat's sternum. Karkat knows damned well what a husband is. He's been force-fed enough bad movies from Dave to... Oh, that's fair enough. Dave to pick up any human euphemism you could name. He still plays dumb sometimes for comedic effect, to irritate his friends, or simply to avoid a topic conversation altogether. If he'd known it would only fan the flames of a discussion in this case, he would have kept his mouth shut. A husband is a little like what you both do already, only with certain benefits. Her fingers reach the hollow of Karkat's throat just in time to catch him swallow. He starts to sweat.
Well, what kind of benefits?
Don't play dumb, Karkat.
Jade, come on. Dude, come on. Leave him alone.
Jade.
She's like forcing a seduction here.
Oh my god. Jade does not come on. She glides her fingers up Karkat's chin so that they can rest on his lips, which are a little chapped. It doesn't take much work to pop them open and slide both fingers. Oh my god.
Oh. Is he being raped right now? What the fuck?
If you're really that clueless, I can show you. Karkat looks like an animal with its leg caught in a trap, eyes flickering, breath getting shallow. His bottom lip is trembling where Jade is stroking it with her thumb. It would be pretty easy to mistake his reaction for arousal, so it's understandable that Jade is extremely surprised when Karkat snaps his jaw shut and chomps down on her hand. Ow! She flies back, literally, spiraling up towards the ceiling so fast that her skirt puffs up, and she gets all tangled in her clothes for a few seconds. She clutches her wounded hand and glares daggers at Karkat, ears flat under her long, dark hair. Karkat, what the hell?
What the hell? You're seriously asking me? What the hell? Jade, you were trying to choke me to death with your weird, soft human fingers. What are you trying to do? Reach into my chest and pull out my fucking pumpkin biscuit for a midday snack? Is this because you're a half a Bart beast now?
No, I was flirting, you dummy. Oh my god, you two really are hopeless. Why do I even waste my time?
That's a good fucking question.
Jade is pissed, but not enough to leave. Instead, she plops down on the opposite end of the couch and petulantly crosses her arms. Karkat peels himself off Dave and slumps into the dip between cushions while settling even more deeply into one of his better practiced pouts. Dave clears his throat.
So, apropos of nothing, just a cool segue into a completely different topic for no reason.
Jade and Karkat both stare at him. He makes a casual motion with his hand, a smooth wrist swivel. Like he's at a turntable, scratching one song into the next. That's the effect he's going for, at least.
Did you guys hear that Jane was gonna run for high office? No fucking way.
Oh, wow.
You mean, yep, the fucking president of Earth. Presidency of Earth.
C. Presidency of Earth C.
Oh, of Earth C. Whatever, man. It doesn't matter. Too fucking complicated for this shit.
It's not A or B, it's C, Jake. Okay. I mean, she's been positioning her megacorp in stocks in a way that looked super suspicious the last year or so. Somebody wondered about it, but I didn't think she'd actually do it. Oh my god, is Jay Donald Trump? Jay, you know what we're not realizing here? I mean, like I know, but like I'm not fully like internalizing.
What?
This came out in 2019.
Uh-oh.
This came out only 2 years ago, Jay.
Uh-oh. I think it was 2018.
No, it's 2019.
Are you sure?
April 13, 2019. I know, because I heard about it coming out the day it came out. And I read the content warnings the day it came out.
Whack.
Because that was around the time I started reading Homestuck.
Wonder if all this stuff is on AO3.
I doubt it. I mean, like, the rest of it looks fine. It's just the front page that looked like AO3.
True.
So it's probably a parody, you know? Yeah, it's on you.
Nah, she's totally gonna pull the trigger on it after all these years, but decided against it at the last minute for some reason. Thank fucking God, that would have been a complete disaster. I know, right? That's what I would said when Roxy told me, especially for the economy. Really? The economy? That's what you think is bad about it? Oh yeah, and the troll thing is bad too, I guess. Okay, so let me get this straight. Your priorities are, number one, the economy, which let me remind you is built entirely on infinite fake money that we can make as much of as we want. Number 2, the potential genocide of my people. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe she is Donald. Maybe she is Donald Trump. Or maybe a little worse. Because, I mean, at least Donald Trump wasn't playing a mass genocide. That I know of.
And the troll thing is bad, too, I guess. Little confused, little concerned.
Well, let's slow our roll here. Let's slow any roll that makes me seem more xenophobic than I am, okay? Whatever you say, Dave, not xenophobic Strider. That's good. Let's keep using the phrase not xenophobic in sentences that contain my name. Sure, man, that doesn't sound like something a xenophobe shithead would say at all. Look, I'm not the bad guy here. Jane is, or was, until she decided not to run for president. So I'll just thank whichever Christ was responsible for making whatever decision resulted in her deciding not to do that. What? Don't change the subject, xenophobe. No.
Oh my God.
I'll be the first to say that Jane is xenophobic as fuck. I'm not, at all, but she is. Okay, dude. But I don't think she'd go as far as to commit genocide. That's really exaggerating her faults. We'd have to get pretty far away from the people we were when we started all this for that to be a viable outcome.
Okay.
So
sure.
Jane is a xenophobe and was planning a mass genocide.
I'm hoping the genocide is an exaggeration.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's just microaggressions, like xenophobia in the sense that can't quite be in Troll's shoes because they're different and she lived around humans her whole life.
We don't know that yet.
Bad stuff, microaggressions, but not genocide. That's hope.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope she gets a better hobby. There are a lot of less ominous things she could do with her time.
What, fucking her way through half the population of Earthsea?
Oh, shit.
So she's become a hoe.
Oh, my God. Jade pinches his ear and twists hard, smiling pleasantly. Get fucked, Carcat. Okay. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Jay. Oh, my God, Jay.
Fuck. That's so beautiful. And great and amazing, and I love it. Fuck.
Okay, so your page then, right?
Yeah.
Because this is Jane and Jake, it looks like.
Yeah.
And I can be Jane.
God, dude, that was so fucking...
What the fuck, Jane?
Holy shit.
Jane, what the fuck, Jane?
So Jane's a xenophobe now.
It seems like it. I don't like that.
I'm not saying that I do either, but that's just the way that things have gone.
Fuck. Jane was always my least favorite of the alpha kids.
Is that your excuse?
Excuse?
Well, not excuse, but you know what I mean. Is that what you're gonna say to keep yourself distanced from Jane? Well, I actually never liked her in the first place.
No, I'm just saying that I'm not even that disappointed because
I didn't like her that much, so she could be a xenophobe, I guess.
I mean, she shouldn't be, but at least it wasn't my favorite character who said that,
What if Dirk became a fucking xenophobe?
I would be a little more irked if Dirk became a xenophobe. How get it? Irk, Dirk, Irk.
I hope you fucking die. You're not that funny.
I am very funny, Jay. I'll have you know.
I'll have you know I get far more laughs with my jokes than you do with yours.
How would you know that?
I don't know.
I'll tell you, Jay. Every funny joke I've ever made has gotten a standing ovation. So.
How do you know that?
Every funny joke I've ever made has gotten a standing ovation. That is a true statement.
How?
What do you mean how?
Every truly funny. That what means true? What pertains as funny?
Every funny joke I've ever made has gotten a standing ovation.
I don't.
Do you get the joke, Jay?
Every true funny joke I've ever.
The joke is I've never made a funny joke.
Oh! I thought you were trying to say.
Jesus, Jay, come on, man.
That wasn't even funny. You suck.
That's my point.
That just confused me.
Teo would find it funny. Teo made the exact same joke in a YouTube video we made together.
Yeah, well, Teo's Teo, so. Well, Teo's a nerd, so.
It's set theory humor, Jay. You wouldn't get it.
What's a set theory?
Okay, so set theory.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Just take a sip of my Faygo real quick while Jay starts the page.
Please don't explain set theory to me, please. I didn't mean it. No one is answering the door to Jake's mansion. Jake has a mansion now? So Jane lets herself in. There is almost no crime on Earthsea, and so almost no one locks their doors. In fact, most doors do not have locks, which has been terribly unfair to the struggling locksmith industry. Once at John's 18th birthday, Dave Schreider engaged Jane in a shockingly aggressive debate about the economy in which he accused her of supporting neoliberal corporate welfare. Neoliberal. Oh my God. For pointing out this exact problem, which was, well, such a baffling incident that Jane is still thinking about it at absolutely random intervals 5 years later.
Oh my God.
She has an honorary business degree from almost every university on the planet. Dave hasn't even finished middle school. What does he know about the effective and ethical rigors of corporate bailouts? Holy shit, yeah, he never finished. Because they were 13 whenever they...
Yeah.
Shit. I never thought about that.
So Jane isn't necessarily xenophobic and shit like that. She's just a fucking idiot. She's a fucking corporatist idiot.
Oh, so the only thing she's thinking about is corporate things.
Yeah. Like, oh look, the fucking struggling locksmith industry. Maybe we should put locks on our doors. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, Jane thinks with a heavy side. Now that she's not running for president, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Jake?
Jane feels rather like a princess in an animated film with the way her voice echoes up 3 flights of circular staircase. The mansion is dark and cramped, tall, narrow halls, Gothic arches. If you make that fucking joke one more time, I'll leave and I will actually J-train the fuck out of here.
Hey, look, listen. That's a fucking awesome movie, okay? Shut up.
If you ever defend Frozen again, I will J-train.
It's the best.
You could have told me whenever we started this channel that you liked Frozen, you fuck. Something about Gothic arches. No. Antique candelabras, which mesh less than harmoniously with the backdrop of his paisley wallpaper. Blue light filters from the
Kingdom of Isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like a swirling storm inside. Gotta keep it in. Heaven knows I try. Don't let them in. Don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be.
Runs down the hall. Clack, 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 and her expensive but understated kitten heels.
Now they know.
Read, dumbass. What the fuck?
Let it go.
I want death.
Can't hold it back anymore.
Fuck you.
Let it go.
Fuck off.
Let it go.
No.
Turn away and slam that door.
I don't even remember how this song goes.
Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on.
The cold really bothers me.
The cold never bothered me anyway. Da-da.
Cold really bothers me. Please stop singing and read your Jane line, you son of a bitch.
We talked about Frozen 2 the other day, and you were like, yeah, it was a movie.
Frozen 2 is way better than the first Frozen. That's my opinion. Because the first... It's not even the fact that... It's not even the fact that Frozen was that bad of a movie. It's just the fact that my little sister played that movie at least 800 times whenever it came out. I am not exaggerating.
Do you like Taylor Swift, Jay?
Yes.
Then you're a hypocrite.
But Taylor Swift is Pog.
Yeah, but her songs get played fucking way too much.
Not all of them.
Well,
I never said that I listen to all the popular ones. I just said I listen to Taylor Swift.
Oh, so, okay. So I see. You're a hipster.
Can be. Depends on the fucking song we're talking about.
Jay's a hipster, everybody. Jay's a hipster. He can't like popular shit.
Someone buy me a beanie. I want a beanie. Dude, I've wanted a beanie for so long, but I can't find any that fit me nicely.
Oh my god.
Someone buy me a beanie and send it to an arbitrary address where I'll pick it up.
You open a P.O. box, Jay.
Would we get anything?
I mean, probably not, but I mean,
I'm hoping for cocaine-filled lollipops.
I mean, that's like the point, right? Like, nobody can actually send you cocaine-filled lollipops until you open a P.O. box, right? So...
That's a good point, and I do want some cocaine-filled lollipops. Why, of all things, do I want cocaine-filled lollipops?
Because you're a drug addict, like, but not really. You're just like a fake drug addict for the internet.
But I am a real drug addict. Are you taking away... Are you trying to devalue my addiction?
I am trying to devalue your bit. That's what I'm trying to do.
What do you mean, bit? You can't say... It's my life, Ian, you son of a bitch.
I can quote Jay in saying, my life is a never-ending bit.
To be fair, that doesn't mean I don't do crack cocaine.
Except for it does, because for legal reasons.
For legal reasons, that wasn't a joke.
Fucking hell, man.
For legal reasons, send me to rehab.
One of these days, Jay.
One of these days, I'm hoping that there's someone who watches these things is just gonna like call in and be like, "Hey, so this 16-year-old keeps talking about doing crack cocaine. Please send me to rehab," and I get dragged away. That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
Dude, that would honestly be my favorite thing in the entire world.
God damn. You'll get swatted in the middle of recording.
I don't think that's being swatted. I think they just knock on the door and be like, "Hey, is Jay Wilson in there?" It's just like, "No, there's a Jeremy Hodges though." And it's like, "Oh, okay," and then they leave.
God damn it.
See, I can just...
Christ, man.
Listen, Jay Wilson is addicted to crack cocaine. We don't know about Jeremy Hodges yet.
Okay, so Jay Wilson is a your persona. I get it. Okay, anyways.
I have a persona?
Actually, wait. I gotta read this, because I wasn't paying attention because I was singing.
Yeah, exactly, you dumb fuck. Jane feels like a person.
Hey, you were the one who read it while I was singing.
You're the
I
one
was singing first.
I told you to stop
You interrupted
singing.
me.
I told you to stop singing, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, but you were talking shit about one of my favorite Disney movies.
It's not that good.
It is very good, Jay.
It's overplayed.
There are better. I mean, yeah, but so is Taylor Swift. So is pop artists.
Listen, just because something's overplayed doesn't mean it's bad, but I mean it just gets on my nerves to hear about it all the fucking time.
Yeah, agreed. And but do you know how old that movie is, Jay?
It's from 2014.
Let me just double check to see exactly when it was.
When was
2011 or 2012? It's 2013. Okay, you're closer.
Haha, get fucked.
But still, 2013. That was 8 years ago, Jay.
No, 2013 was more than 8 years ago. Now it's 2021, so.
Jay. What's 21 minus 13?
21 minus 13. 8. I think.
Yeah. I said 8 years ago.
And I said that I do crack cocaine. That doesn't. I still don't pay attention.
Christ,
Anyhow, Jane feels rather like a princess in an animated film with the way her voice echoes up 3 flights of circular staircase. Mansion is dark and cramped. Tall, narrow halls, gothic arches, rooms stuffed in all corners with kishy junk. Kishy junk? I like the word kishy.
Kitschy.
Kishy.
Kitschy.
I don't care about kitschy. Kishy is where it's at.
Kitschy.
Kishy. Junk.
Well, there wouldn't be a C if it was kishy.
Jake has a taste for velvet paintings and faux antique candelabras, which mesh less than harmoniously with the backdrop of his paisley wallpaper.
Faux is French for fake, so faux antique is like made to look antique, but isn't actually antique.
Blue light filters from the stained glass windows on the top of the floor of the foyer, where depictions of cerulean.
Cerulean. Cerulean is literally the name of blood color, Jay. Jesus Christ.
I never.
It's Riska's
blood color. Oh.
Riska's blood color.
Oh. Sirens lounge against surprisingly tasteful modernist backdrops. Jane calls his name again, lifting her skirt so that she can climb the stairs one step at a time. For the second floor, she hears a sudden and awful noise, boots scrabbling against wood, glass shattering, hard objects hitting the wall, and the unmistakable roar of a rifle firing. She sprints the rest of the staircase and runs down the hall, clack, 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 in her expensive, but understated, kitten heels.
You know, sometimes I forget that humans only have one blood color.
They always do.
I mean, like in real life. I'm not talking about in Homestuck.
Wait, really?
Because I was like, yeah, it's a blood color. I'm like, wait a second, that's a Homestuck blood color. Let me like rephrase.
God, you really have issues, dude. You should go outside more.
Hey, listen, Jay, I go outside all the time. You should go outside more.
What do you mean I should go outside more? I'm the one who posted on Twitter about skateboarding and running lately. I've been going for runs lately.
Yeah, and I've been going a walk in the wood literally every day after work.
Yeah, and I go skateboarding and running every day after
I guess
school.
neither of us can prove these things to each other.
Well, I mean, I have pictures.
So do I. I send them in the Discord.
Mine's on Twitter. Mine's more public than yours.
But mine's seen by more people than yours.
Listen here, buddy boy.
Roasting our own Twitter account.
Listen.
Jake, where are you?
At least I'm using the Twitter. The big oak door at the end of the hallway swings open, spilling orange lamplight into the darkness. I don't give a fuck about your agreement. Jake steps out, looking ruffled but handsome in corduroy shorts and a dress shirt buttoned up to mid sternum. Is that how you say it? There's a smudge of gunpowder on his cheek. His whole face lights up when he sees Jane. Oh, Jane, how unexpected.
Fine, Jay. If you're gonna act like this, I'm gonna start using the TikTok as of today.
Oh fuck! I don't want you to use the TikTok. I'd rather have death.
There's gonna be a link to the TikTok in the description of this video.
Please, dear God, don't start
please check it
using
out.
the TikTok.
I'll be.
I don't want you to use TikTok. I didn't mean it. Ian, please.
I'll be the one in charge of TikTok.
Ian, please. Ian, no.
Excited. I'm really excited for it. So yeah, that's happening. It's an impulsive decision as of the day this video is up.
I didn't mean it. Please don't do this.
Hey,
please,
happy birthday,
please,
Jay.
Please don't. Yeah, you know the best birthday present you could give me, Ian Silwick, is to never use Twitter.
Okay, I will never use Twitter.
No. I mean TikTok. I meant TikTok.
You only get one present, Jay. Jeez, stop being greedy.
Well, then take away the Twitter present and give me the TikTok present. God, I hate you.
Jesus.
Yeah,
oh my God,
buddy boy.
I hope you have a good birthday, Jay. I'm gonna start using TikTok on your birthday.
What is it gonna be, a birthday post? I feel like it's gonna be a birthday post just to spite me. You son of a bitch.
Happy birthday, Jay. This song's for you, and I'll start saying "Let It Go." It'll be great.
I hate you.
Are you alright?
Well, of course. Why wouldn't I be, except for the fact that my buddy in co-host is trying to use the fucking TikTok of all things.
I heard a horrible noise. What was all that all the racket?
Me yelling at Ian for using the TikTok. Oh, this? Jake grins and holds up his rifle, which is still smoking from the muzzle. Just a little morning target practice. He kicks the door all the way open behind him to show what's up. A circular sitting room festooned with Christmas lights and paper targets, all of which look as if they have been hit many times with bullets. There's a battle bot hanging out by the fireplace at the back, holding an armful of bottles surrounded by a sea of broken glass.
You do this inside the house?
He looks at her like she's the stupid one. Well, of course, Jane. Where else would I do it? Bringing this operation outside would only startle the neighbors. Jane's mouth opens and then hangs there for a moment as she decides whether or not this particular conversation of household propriety is worth having. Sometimes Jake simply cannot be blamed for the foolish things he does. After all, he literally grew up in the woods. Instead, she enters the room and takes a seat in one of them ostentatiously cushioned, what is that, bergère chairs? Careful to step around the puddles of cracked glass.
That's a good question. I feel like I know what that word is, but I could be very wrong.
Bergère? I must ask, Jane, it seems that you're rather frazzled. Are you sure you aren't the one who's not alright? Jane rests her temple in her palm. Jake grabs another of his ridiculous fake Victorian chairs by the back and swivels it around so that he's sitting across from her.
Come on, phone.
Bergère.
Okay, it's bergère.
I said it right.
Yeah, good job.
I'm Poggers.
Alright, where were you?
Have you talked to Dirk lately, you're supposed to say.
Gotcha. Have you talked to Dirk lately?
Not exactly. I would say that I have been talked to by Dick, but the communique, whatever the fuck, has certainly not been two-sided.
Yes, it seems that we're in the same boat then. I haven't heard from him. I stopped by his workshop, but it was locked. If he was in there, he wouldn't come out.
Dirk was the one person on Earth who took the state of the locksmith industry with the seriousness they deserve. Jake scoffs and flops a hand. Both actions are dismissive.
God damn it, Jay.
Finally, someone who respects the fucking...
the locksmith industry. They're struggling, you know?
God,
Jesus
that's so
Christ,
fucking...
man.
God. I don't see all that ruckus, what all that ruckus is. Good chum Dick fancies himself as a docked and tortured soul. Cutting us off is not entirely one of his wheelhouse. Out of his wheelhouse.
Yes, but not like this. It's been years since he's done a full blackout on us. Oh, I'm terribly worried.
You worry far too much, Shane. Life has become so peaceful on this new planet of ours that peaceable? Oh, peaceable on this new planet of ours that I suppose Dick is merely tired of this idyllic life. Is either driven him permanently or temporarily insane. That's my theory, at least. Maybe it's Tommy rot, but I have faith that Dick will be back. After all, where is he going to go?
You seem rather cavalier about this, like even more cavalier than you usually are.
Jake laughs all uneven and runs a hand through his attractively tousled hair. Why do they always push how fucking attractive he is? You've noticed that with the descriptions of him, right?
Half of his character.
I hate that his character is just being an attractive bitch who doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Wait, maybe I'm more like maybe I'm more like
a himbo.
Is he more like maybe I'm more like Jake than I am Gamsey.
He's a fucking himbo.
What's a himbo?
Well, you know what the word bimbo means, right?
Oh, it's like a guy
it's
bimbo.
But him, yeah.
Maybe I'm more like Jake than I am Gamsey.
I mean,
because I'm both attractive and unable to tell what's going on.
Oh, you mean okay? I was very confused. I'm like, are you supposed to be one of those? Were you ever claiming to be Gamsey? I'm like, wait.
At the beginning of the session, I was while we were talking earlier.
Yeah.
I only agree with Gamsey on the whole like not having a dad thing and that justifying me being a piece of shit. Yeah. And
I only agree with Gamsey on Wednesdays.
Only on Tuesdays. Wednesdays are for agreeing with Jake.
Well, today is Wednesday, so.
No, it's.
Jay, when we upload this is Wednesday. Come on, man. Get with it.
I don't pay attention to what the fuck's going on, man. Anyhow. Why do I say anyhow so much? I think I watched too much Technoblade.
Anyhow.
Because Technoblade says anyhow. Like, back whenever he used to do Skywars videos, it was always anyhow. And then he'd continue with whatever he's doing. Dude, whenever you watch enough of a certain creator, you pick up their vocabulary. It's whack as fuck.
Same thing if you talk to anybody. Like, I've been saying anyhow a lot because I talk to you.
Exactly.
Like, it's just talking with people or hearing people talk. It just makes you pick up. That's how accents develop. Like,
well, I don't have an accent.
If I were to, I mean, I guess now I probably wouldn't. But you know, if you were like 15 or if you were like 12, right? And you have an accent already. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then you move to England, then wait 30 years and you're going to have an English accent.
Or at least closer to England than what you were.
If you're 12, it would be pretty well. For me, I'd probably pick up an English slang. I might get a little twinge there, but I would not be fully because I've spoken.
You wouldn't have enough time to.
Yeah, but like you just start speaking like the ways around. That's why one of the best ways to learn languages is to immerse yourself in the culture. It's that idea of talking like people who you're around. And that's how I started saying things like poggers. I never intentionally said poggers. I was just hanging out with people said poggers, and then I started saying poggers, and then I hate myself, but it's great. Love it.
Poggers is not a bad thing to say.
Champs.
People IRL, whenever I say poggers, are just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Everyone at my work says poggers.
Poggers. Because sometimes I'll
like,
say
get some venti ice cups, and everyone at Damien's like poggers.
And they'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm not exactly sure, to be honest.
God, fucking hell, man.
God, dude. Anyhow, I must admit I am rather half rats at the moment.
You're what?
Haha, sorry, that was a pretty obtuse way of putting it, wasn't it? What I mean to say is that I've been powdering my hair quite a bit today.
Oh.
He makes an emotion like knocking back a bottle. Jane side-eyes the idling battle bot, flushed with empty wine bottles, and then side-eyes Jake.
first thing in the morning.
Well, I need the bottles for my target practice, Jane. I couldn't just pour the wine down the drain. That'd be a waste.
Oh my god.
Jane frowns and leans forward on her knees so she can examine Jake more closely. She sees it now, the unspecifically precise movement that comes from overcorrecting drunken body language, the unfocus of the eyes. That was a very detailed thesis he had on Dirk's potential psychology, almost like he'd been giving it a good think. She knew that Jake and Dirk were not officially together, and it had not been for some time, but their lives were still inexplicably entwined on basically every level for some reason she did not understand. We might even say codependently. No matter what he said, this had to be affecting him as well. Jane lets out a fluttering breath.
You know what, Jake? You're right. It really would be a waste.
She pushes out of the chair and goes to retrieve one of the unopened wine bottles sitting over the fireplace. They're all screw top because Jake isn't that classy. In fact, he isn't classy at all. His veneer of classiness is about as authentic as an off-brand Halloween mask. Jane has no idea why she can't get him out of her system, even after all these years. She braces herself on the mantel and knocks her head back, taking a long, uninterrupted swig right from the bottle. Oh my god. Jeepers, Jane, slow down. Jane keeps gulping. She drinks until she can't stand it, then breaks off, shaking her head and letting out an ungraceful hiss. Golly, that is cheap Merlot. Merlot.
God.
Sorry, like, whenever I'm walking around, for some reason the other day I was walking around a fucking, like an Ingles. Do you know what an Ingles is?
I don't think so, no.
Well, an Ingles is like a grocery store down here. It's like a place. And, we were walking through the store, and, like, I put on my buddy's beanie, and he was just like, no, you look like a hipster, you look like you're gonna go and drink some Merlot, and I'm like, what the fuck? To be fair, I don't... Well, the only reason I know what Merlot is, like, as a wine, is because we serve it where I work.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't drink. Wait. I forgot.
You can't legally drink.
I forgot I'm recording. Oh, yeah, I'm saying it legally. For legal reasons. For legal reasons, I don't drink.
But you don't drink, Jack.
Yes, I do. All the time.
You don't. I know you don't.
I drink, I smoke, I do crack cocaine,
drink.
methamphetamines. I stab myself with a lot. I use a bunch of syringes. I'm probably gonna get AIDS, but
Jay, hold on a second.
Well, I mean, sharing needles, of course.
Yeah, but if Jay, you claim to be so smart. Any smart adjacent drug dealer would know not to share needles like that.
Well, as the genius that I am, I don't give a fuck is my fucking epithet.
Jesus fucking Christ, Jay. Your bits, man.
Bit. Stop calling my life a bit, you son of a bitch.
Hey, I'm just quoting you.
You can't quote me. Only I can quote me. By saying the things that I say. Those are technical quotes.
Yes, you can quote yourself, Jay. I can also quote you. It's called free will. Anyways.
I don't know how this works.
After Merlot.
Merlot. I forgot where Merlot was. Shit. Her vision is already swimming, spilling a bit of wine on herself. She spins around to stare at the silent BattleBot. It's got his hand out, waiting for her to hand over the bottle.
Could you leave us alone, please?
The BattleBot tips its head at her with a quick whir, and then looks at Jake, who traitorously offers exactly zero backup. Dejectedly, the bot shuffles its way out of the room, but not before dropping every single one of the bottles it was holding so that they make as much noise as possible when hitting the floor. Slams the door behind it. Ah, yes, Jane thinks. Scorched earth policy. That robot was indeed programmed by Dirk Strider. Jake is staring at Jane wide-eyed behind his spectacles. Jane, I must ask again, are you quite alright?
Actually, no, I am quite not.
I will say, I really seem like you got them. What mobs? She staggers back to her seat and takes another swig of disgusting wine.
I canceled my presidential bid.
What? I was under the impression you were awfully chuffed about that.
I was so incredibly chuffed about it, Jake. But Dirk called me just before his disappearance and told me to cancel everything. And so...
Jane puts her face in her hand miserably.
I canceled everything.
Why, Jane, do you really need Dick to run for president? I know that he had set himself up as your plenipotentiary, but it seems to me that you have everything you need to win the day without him. Jane looks at Jake from between her fingers and under her
they were
bangs.
running mates?
Yeah, I guess so.
The fuck?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh. Huh. Fascinating. Okay. Well, yes, I suppose that I could run a successful presidential campaign on my own merits, especially since Dirk and I developed most of our strategy together. But now that I've pulled out, I can't just go back and tell them I changed my mind. That would be so embarrassing. It would make it look wishy-washy. I can see the headlines now, calling me a terminal flip-flogger. Also, somehow it doesn't even seem right without Dirk.
Jake pries the wine bottle from her hand gently. He takes a drink from it less gently. Dick has the manner about him, does he not? Has that manner about him, does he not? A way about him that makes you feel like that whatever you do, as long as it does not involve him, it doesn't count for Dick. He sounds a little bitter. Jane blinks at him.
I hadn't thought about it that way, but yes, ever since I talked to him, I felt strange.
Her whole body is numb and floaty. Sure, she chugged the wine, but it's strange to have gotten drunk so fast, isn't it? Especially since she spends several nights a month drinking much harder and fancier drinks at investor dinners. Jake passes the bottle back, and she takes another drink. Strange how?
Strange like you just explained. Like nothing I do matters. I should be more upset that I spoiled my chance of running for president, but for some reason, I find myself not really caring. And that's what I'm actually so upset about. The fact that I don't care. Indeed.
Instead.
Oh, instead. Ugh, God, fuck.
Instead... Why did Jake scoot his chair closer? They're sitting packed so tight now that his bare knees are brushing hers. The air between them is warm and wine-soaked. Jane takes another serious look at him, at his elegant jawline. His dark eyelashes. Oh no, they're gonna fuck. His handsome nose. Really is unfair that he's so good-looking while also being so Jake. This is nice, she thinks. When was the last time they talked? Really talked. It's been such a long time that she's almost surprised how good he's being to her right now, considering that she's walked in on him in peak English disaster mode. Was it always this easy to talk to him? Maybe because of the wine, and maybe just because she wants to. Jane reaches out and sets a hand on his thigh. She leans in closer until she can feel his breath on her face.
Oh, this is mortifying to admit, but I've been thinking that perhaps I've been doing the wrong thing with my life. Instead of all this business politicking, I've been doing what I'd really like is to settle down and raise a family. Does that sound ridiculous?
Why, that doesn't sound ridiculous at all. It's just that I've never heard you express such sentiments before. Except, of course, for that time when you were under mind control and had me trussed up in your lairs. You pontificated villainously about using me as a breeding stud to create a blood lineage for your incumbent corporate space empire.
Oh, you still remember that?
Jan, you're one of my most cherished friends. I couldn't possibly forget a single moment we spent together, no matter how sexually uncomfortable the situation may have been. Oh,
All
Jane.
right.
Yeah, that is an issue. Jane feels herself turn red. Why did she think this would be so easy? Jake English was kind of a slut, true, but also their relationship was so emotional minefield. Well, it was also an emotional minefield. She slides her hand down and cups his knee, roll her thumbs into the dip of the joint there, tries to remember the drunken advice on manners of seduction Jade gave her once when she was foolish enough to take a weekend off and go on one of her and Jake's expeditions. She can't for the life of her remember the substance of any of her lessons, though. Jake is still staring at her, drunken and enraptured. She ventures deeper into his personal space.
Ah. Well, Jake, it doesn't always have to be that way. Putting business first, ignoring the good things in my life, chasing profit. I'm sick of it. I think that I could be loving. I could be a good wife. For the kind of man who needs a good wife in his life. Like, say, an eligible bachelor with 100 empty rooms in his house and no one to help clean them. Who has been recently and mysteriously abandoned by his long-term companion. Or whatever he was. Someone handsome and lonely, and who knows me well enough that we need not fear showing each other our less savory sides, such as being drunk at 9 a.m. Oh, Jake, isn't that the dream?
Jake slants closer, casting a shadow over her face. His eyes are so green and they're glittering with naked adoration for her. It's all for her. He nudges a knuckle under her chin and dips her face toward him. Jane. So close that Jane thinks he might kiss her. She shuts her eyes and lets his husky whine breath watch over her face. Instead of kissing her, he says, "Say sincerely as one of your oldest and dearest friends. I hope that you have luck in finding a charming and bricky bloke who will summarily impregnate you with as much swiftness as possible and be a responsible father for your children. There's nothing for you I want more."
Oh my god. Okay, first of all, friend zone, and second, you're right. But second of all, Jake is fucking dense and doesn't realize Jane's talking about him.
Yeah.
Alright. Finish off.
Jane's mouth drops open. What was she expecting? But Jake doesn't register her mortification or frustration either. He just keeps smiling, gazing into her eyes, warm and drunk.
Well then.
With a deep sigh, Jane shoves Jake off of her and stumbles back to where horrendous tasting wine is stored. She pops open a bottle of briny smelling Moscato and Skip tips it back. This embarrassing encounter isn't going to forget itself.
And I think that's where we're going to have to end off.
Yep, I guess so.
So next time it looks like we're going back to Gamzee, John, and Callie, and Roxy.
Yeah.
That's going to be exciting. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. That was quite fun. We got to start Candy today, and it's getting kind of interesting, kind of cool, you know.
Crack cocaine.
It's rather fascinating, and so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. That'd be really appreciated. Subscribe so some of these episodes come out in the future, and make sure to join our Discord. It's a lovely place to hang out. You can ask us any questions, see where we're at I was about to say comic in the story, and it's just an all around lovely place to hang out and talk to some great people there. And make sure you follow us on Twitter because Jay's been tweeting lately. And also, is it follow? Yeah, follow us on TikTok because I'll be posting there.
Please, dear God, no. I know.
And with that being said,
why are you like this?
And I'll see you guys next time.
I don't ask very many things, but not using the TikToks has to be one of the ones that I want.
Bye.
Why are you like this?